Welcome back to the channel. This is Totu Bravo. We're here on a rainy day here in southwestern PA. A lot of rain out there. Our last video, if you follow the channel, was our e-box neighborhood speed run. That was a fun video. We'll get back and get into a little more e-box dragster content a little later on, but I'm going to go ahead and insert some photos of our latest Facebook Marketplace project, mini bike project, sitting here in front of you. But we'll insert some photos now. All right, so that's how the bike looked when I bought it. I wasn't gonna bore you guys with paint prep and painting the bike itself, so I stuck with the yellow theme on the forks. I used the Rust-Oleum premium lacquer matte blue for the frame because that's what I had on hand, and that paint really goes on well. And there was a lot of stuff on this frame that the previous owner had removed a couple of the components off the frame for fender mounting and such, and then he had gone and ground down those spots, and so the frame had some blemishes on it. Not the end of the world, but that blue paint certainly helps out quite a bit. I wanted to preserve the Baja Doodlebug sticker on both sides of the bike there. So we did what we could there, and that needs to focus, doesn't it? Come on now. So we preserved that side, and we've got the other side there. So we kept that red and preserved the sticker. So that kind of brings you up to date here. So just as a quick recap, yellow forks, blue body. We did the handlebars a premium Rust-Oleum lacquer black, matte black, and the blue grips and the blue cable and the red cable for the brakes and the blue cable for the throttle. That should tie in nicely with all the different colors on the bike here, and the yellow just appealed to me. So a couple things we need to do for this particular project. We've got our OMB warehouse engine plate that we're going to figure out where we need to be down there, drill our holes, and marry that up. We've also got some Country Line 35 roller chain that we're going to use on this bike. Not the best quality stuff, but it is new. So we're going to go ahead and utilize that. We're going to put a Bravex clutch on here. It's a 10-tooth clutch from Bravex. I like these clutches. We're going to put that on there. Protecting us and the clutch, we've got the Power Sports short guard, Go Power Sports short guard, chain guard, short one each, that we're going to go ahead and paint either red or blue. I'm not sure yet, that's why it's still bare metal. We've got our original Baja DB30 Doodlebug seat in pretty good shape that we're going to reuse. We've got the original tires front and rear and sprocket that we're going to utilize right there. Tread's pretty good, nothing to fret there. And the engine that we're going to use is, and I'll insert some photos and point really quick, is the Tillotson 212 fully built stage 2 2.5, whatever you want to call it over there. All billet flywheel, ARC billet flywheel, billet piston rod, ARC billet piston rod, new flat top piston. It has the TFB Tillotson fuel injection, and I say fuel injection lightly, carburetor that we're going to run on that. It's got the header Stage 1 kit intake, so like 2.5, 2, whatever your take is on that. So we're going to utilize that Tillotson on the bike, so should push it along quite nicely. Now if I could and might change my mind, we'll put on the Ghost Hybrid right there. We might do that, but I don't have a flywheel for that yet. So we may not do that, being that if we're going to mess around with something that is ungoverned, we should at least have the flywheel replaced. So that is our current situation. I didn't want to bore you guys with the paint prep, the body prep, and the sanding and the surface prep, and then taping stuff off. It didn't make sense. So why don't we go ahead and we'll start with putting the seat on the bike, and then the front tire, and then perhaps the rear tire. It looks like someone lost a tree, or someone had a tree fall down out there. We had some pretty strong winds. Back to this though. Let's get you a little closer, and let's get the seat. Put that on the bike. I think we'll keep this one a rigid frame. A lot of times we'll go ahead and hit those aftermarket forks, but I think we're going to keep this a rigid frame. Not 100%. Everything is subject to change. We got the bike in its original condition that I showed you at the beginning of the video. That was a $200 purchase. So I think that was fair. It has the upgraded throttle, the upgraded hydraulic brake, a little better quality than what I would have bought off of Amazon. Good tread, good seat, good frame. So I think that was a fair purchase. Straighten her down. Runs as weather permits, but I like to get out there on that quarter-mile stretch where we go and see what we can get out of the bike. Alright, we got all the tape off of the handlebars, freeing those up so they're not all horrible looking. So what we need to achieve now is that's going to go like that. That will go like that. And I'm thinking that this, well actually, let's try not to bang anything or drop anything under tension like we just did. Alright, so that'll go like that. And now we just need to figure out which one of these is what we're looking for, and that's that. So we'll spin that a little bit, spin this back one a little bit. See if we can't rise this up without tearing up too much stuff. Maybe like that. Maybe just a hair more. There we go. We can always adjust. So let's find out what we got on here at the bottom. You can certainly see it now. So we got the handlebars on. Looking good, man. I like the multiple colors here. I think that looks pretty sharp. I don't have any heartache with that so far. Throttle cable, brake pad. Do we go through here or down there? It's a great question. I think we go through here. So that'll go like that. What do you think? Yeah, I'm not a... We'll just do it like that. There you go. Okay. What do you say? That doesn't look too bad. Let's see. We can get that tire on there. We got a couple different lengths here that we're going to have to sort out. I don't know if it matters. But let's go ahead and grease this up. I know it's not necessary, but I like to have everything greased up a little bit. I know a lot of guys don't do it, but I like to grease it up. I know it makes handling it that much more difficult. I get it. Trying to think. If it was long and then short, or shorter than long. Because I can't recall. But we're going to give it a shot. There we go. So. There's that. But maybe I'm mistaken, I don't know. I don't think it was. I don't know if it is centered or not. I don't know if that's centered. It looks centered. It looks about right. So that looks good. Wipe some of that excess grease off of there. Looking good. Looking good, I think. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. We have the quarter pin to put in. Alright, bend that. looks pretty good. Windy out there. Okay. What do we got next? Well, I guess we could do have to go above, and if I remember correctly, that's going to be like that, I think. Yeah. So that'll be like that. That'll obviously come on top, because top's going to be the best option. Well, that didn't quite work out well. Don't want to scuff it all up already, do we? We'll go ahead and grease up this rear axle. We'll go ahead and grease up this rear axle. There we go. All right. Do not know. I think it is important. I think it'll be shorter on this side and longer on the brake side. That's what I'm feeling. Well, after referring to my photos, I did that incorrectly. So, long side goes on the brake side, short side goes on the chain side. So, let's try that one more time. So long side, short side. So let's try that again. So this can go all the way over here, and this goes if we can get it through. You got to get that interior sleeve to fit up nicely. And there we go. Now it looks like maybe I should have put that washer in on this side is what it's looking like. Let me see how much we can bring it in on itself. Yeah, I'm looking like we're gonna need a washer on this side. So it's all right. Third time's the charm. Bringing you along for the ride. So this side, washer, spacer. There we go. Get the sleeve on the inside, catch it. There's that. And that. Alright, so that looks like we are squared away, and we'll have another cotter pin there to put in. That's smooth, smooth. And the brake, now I know why they had so many washers in the brake. So we'll have to sort all that out. To get the brake right. Alright, so we have, looks like 2 on the outside, 3 in the middle on the top one. So let's go ahead and start there. Three and 2. Two on the outside, 3 in the middle, huh? That feels good. And I think that is good. Nice. Well, didn't that work out? All right, we got a spinner. Don't see that very well. Let's see what we need for the other side. Can't remember what size bolts over here. That's too big. And that's too small. So we need a 15, it looks like. Still filming, still filming. Make it back off a little bit. You guys are all staring at a damn bolt there. So, 15. Check our spin. And that feels really good. And we just got to find where our hole is. Is that it there? Maybe. Yeah. So let's see if we can replace that. Looks like we finally get to use our pack here. I haven't used this yet since we bought it. Finally has come into play. That's the same size. I think we need just a little more room. Like that, maybe. Looks like it's trying to come up there. Are we still being blocked there? Huh. Interesting. The hole's there. I don't know. Maybe I need we'll be back. We need some better lighting. Is that over? There we go. Everything is copacetic now. Alright, so here we are. Handlebars, front tire, rear tire, hydraulic brake. Everything is squared away. Next big step is going to be figuring out where we're going to be able to mount that and drill our holes and be able to get enough slide in there for that engagement. Normally we move this plate all the way over here like that. So we may have to do 4 holes, which kind of sucks. That's going to be a fun bike, I think. We could get one of them JMCH fuel tanks for here eventually. That'll nozzle right up into here very nicely. I'm hoping that I think this will go very nicely right in the side of the engine there. Alright, we threw together a quick mock-up right there. So that's the Tillotson 212 that we're going to put in the bike. And you know what? Probably shed a little light on that, huh? Alright, so there is our mock-up. You know, we haven't drilled yet. We're just kind of seeing how everything fits. So that's the Tilly 212 and looks pretty good. Right there. I like it. Exhaust isn't exactly centered. It's just a hair off, but and it's not the end of the world. Would like to get a muffler for that because that's going to be loud as sin. So far, that looks pretty good. It's going to be a good looking bike. Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Tow2 Bravo, and we have a finished mini bike sitting in front of us here. Left off on the video during the initial assembly portion of the bike, and unfortunately, and it's just a repetitive problem, we're gonna have to upgrade our cameras. Is we're having a lot of format issues, and we're getting corrupt files. So unfortunately, this is where we're at. We had footage of this entire build and all the bits and pieces and everything that went along with it. You guys got some of that, but now we're back to but now we're at a finished product, so there's nothing I can do about that now. So we will go ahead and just pick up where we left off and just try to do a little better job next time. Maybe I'm just going to start using 2 cameras, and that way the GoPro will pick up what maybe this one's having problems with. So just pan around, take a look at the finished product. We went with the yellow forks, obviously. They were yellow to begin with. We just stripped them down just a little bit, just sandpapered them real lightly, and just added 2 or 3 coats of our own yellow paint to it, and kind of a bright yellow. I think it looks really good. We've got the caps up there for the trees. We got those all squared away right here. We found 2 of those, got those in there, and we were missing those. We went with the We went with the matte blue. It's kind of a metallic matte blue. We've used this on a couple of our bikes. We also did the same on the clutch guard there, the Go Power Sports clutch guard there. I like that blue, but I think the blue and the yellow really look good. You can see that we kept the original red there, as well as the original decal for the Baja Doodlebug. And we did make this bike number 5, so we've got 5 there, 5 on the other side, and we put 5 down on the clutch guard. So I kind of think that original decal there for the Doodlebug, as well as ties in with the Baja DB30 Doodlebug original OEM seat there. Still in pretty good shape. It's not perfect, but it's it doesn't have any tears, so that's half the battle. We got a Go Power Sports number plate for the front of the bike right there. So we'll take a closer look at that here in a moment after we kind of touch on everything that we can see from this side of the bike. We went with the original gearing on the rear of the bike. This is a BraveX 12-tooth clutch right there that we went with, mainly because I couldn't find a BraveX 10-tooth 35 clutch. I had a BraveX 40 10-tooth clutch, but obviously that won't work because we're running 35 chain on here. We've got the hydraulic brake and the aftermarket throttle. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the power plant, and we'll break down what we've got going on here. So we just zoomed in there. We've inserted some photos like I mentioned. So let's go ahead and talk about what we've got. This is our Predator hybrid Ghost engine right here. And what I mean by that is that engine is a Ghost block with the Ghost 252 cam, an ARC flywheel, 26-pound springs, Ghost piston rod, Pro-Quip Hemi flat top piston, High Sun 196cc head, Predator 212 non-Hemi crank, Tilly OEM stock carb with 110 jet, has the headers, the air intake, it has the governor delete, and I think that's pretty much it for the power plant. So it's a moderately built Ghost hybrid engine, and if you watched any of the previous videos in my mini bike series, you'll understand why it's a Ghost hybrid and not a Ghost proper engine, if that makes any sense. Let's go ahead and back out of that. So that covers the power plant. Let's pan around to the front here. So you'll see there that we've got the Go Power Sports number plate there, and we've got some aftermarket vinyl numbers there. We've got the Go Power Sports sticker. We've got our aftermarket OEM throttle and hydraulic brake assembly there. We got that with the purchase of the mini bike, as well as the tires, which have some pretty good tread left on them. Come back around here to the rear tire. I'm sorry, that was kind of bumpy. So we've got the front tire. It's got some good tread left on there. We've got the rear tire, plenty of good tread left on there. Mentioned earlier that we have the clutch cover from Go Power Sports OEM foot pegs, and I think that pretty much covers everything. We're going to go ahead and insert some 360 photos of the bike. And we'll go ahead and start it up. is Toto Bravo. Until I see you out on the trails again or in the garage, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, let me know what you got going on. Let me know what I've got going on, if I'm making some mistakes or something I could do better. Appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.